Okay, you guys, the recording is in progress thing is still new to me on Zoom. So when she says recording in progress, it throws me off. Like, okay, got it. Anyway, thank you for hopping on this Zoom with me, you guys. I am so excited to interview you guys and talk to you about your experience at your very second or third leader retreat. This isn't the first time you guys have been on a retreat. All of you had been on one before, so that's pretty cool. You already knew a little bit about what to expect. Whereas, you know, the first time you go, you're like, I don't know what a leader retreat is. I don't know if I really want to go. And I'm really proud of you guys because first of all, you worked really hard to get there. The requirements for this retreat were a lot different than the one that I held in August. Mine was like a first come, first serve. You get the qualifications, you earn it, case closed. Whereas this one was over time. So you had to be consistent in order to earn this retreat, not only in your business, but posting that you've been consistent. And so you had to keep track of what you had done. So I know that that's hard. I know that each and every one of you also have a full-time job. This isn't like you guys are sitting around all day looking at the qualifications and just like, today I think I'll do this. No, this is like in the nooks and crannies, when you have a break, when you go to the bathroom, waking up early, staying up late. And so I really appreciate that from all of you guys. So I hope you know how amazing it really is that you earned this. It wasn't handed to you. You didn't just get to go because you're amazing, which you are, but you also had to earn it. So because I wasn't there and I don't know anything except what I saw on social media, I want the opportunity to just talk to each and every one of you. So if each of you, I can't tell if you are or not, if you're not already muted, go ahead and mute yourself just in case. And I'm going to ask Natasha first. What was your favorite part of the retreat? So of everything you did the whole entire time, what was your favorite?
Hi. My favorite was actually that it didn't matter like who you were with, but like there was always someone to walk down to the beach and see the sunrise every morning. Well, the sunrise was on the bay side, but we would walk down and we would look for shells and we would get to see the ocean coming in. And then we would go down to the bay side and watch the sunrise. And then at night we would see the sunset. So it was like that's just so refreshing to me because we're in Ohio and we see corn and it's not the same thing. So that was my favorite thing from the retreat this time.
Awesome. So what did that mean to you? Like getting to see the sunrise, like when you normally see like, you know, your everyday view, like why is that something that you enjoy? Is it your traveling spirit? Is it just like what is it about the sunrise and the sunset in a different place for you?
So the ocean has always been like my love. I actually wanted to be a marine biologist as a kid. But there were no job opportunities when I went to college. So I kind of steered away from that. So I have always been like fascinated by the ocean and the water, and seeing that new start every day and a reminder of just how vast and beautiful the universe is. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it makes you feel small. It makes you feel like your problems aren't as big as they are because everything is so big. I love that. And I love that you guys got to go to Florida. I'm still super jealous. That's why I'm having this Zoom. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to ask Sarah next. I'm just asking you in order of what's popping up on my screen. So Sarah, what was your favorite part of the retreat?
So with any of the retreats or even our locals, I always just love the community. I think it's just such a fabulous, energetic environment, and that alone fills my cup. But this particular retreat, we did a lot of things that was more personal and inward. It wasn't necessarily a group activity. There was a lot of inward reflection, a lot of self-reflection and growth, looking at our dreams and goals on a much bigger scale. And for me, that was huge because often we put ourselves last. I love the analogy that I would go spend $500 on my kid for a dance competition, but I won't buy myself a $20 dress because that's not okay. And so to really do a lot of that self-reflection and those big goals for myself was huge. And yes, of course, my big goals include my family and my children, but that working inside and working on me was a big deal.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. Like I can feel that from you guys, like from watching you from the outside looking in. Like I saw a lot of community posts, but I did see a lot of like personal growth from each of y'all. So I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, Valerie, what was your favorite? Like, what was your favorite part of the retreat?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, it's a little loud out here. There were so many favorite parts. For me, it's always the community first. I love that I had seen earlier this week a meme about when you surround yourself with healthy people. And for me, that's amazing. When you are nurturing yourself, it's like giving yourself Miracle Grow. So, and the change of just the change of environment, change of perspective. So I'm with Natasha. The sunrises and sunsets were amazing. One of the personal development things, we received a book on this, and it's called The Circle Maker. I believe is what it's called. And it really emphasizes there was a point made that the Wright brothers, for example, planes, they didn't exist before them. But what they needed to create that and to make their dreams come true, they were already here. They just had to find a way to do it. So we focused a lot on that. Everything that I need to make our dreams come true, it's already here. We just got to find a way to bring them into reality. I loved that analogy, and that was a big takeaway for me. And having a community of people that are cheering you on and doing the same thing, it's like Miracle Grow for your garden. So that was big for me.
You know what? I already know the answer to this, but I want you to share for anyone watching now or anyone who is watching in the future, watching the recording. When did you start your Thrive experience? How long have you been thriving?
Since June.
Since June, and it is now September. So July, it's been 3 months for you. Whereas, for other people on this call or watching, they've been here years. I've been here for almost 6 years. I have got to be a part of your growth in only 3 months. And like, man, as a Thrive promoter, like knowing that just because I met you at a football game or a practice and we became genuine friends, you invited me to the gym with you, and I was not like, hey girl, buy my stuff.
Not at all.
We were attracted to each other by energy.
Yep.
And I am personally honored that you got to go to this retreat, and spend time, I can't even say like with my friends, because this is our friends. This is our tribe. We are all friends. We are all one big tribe. And that's what we do here. Like, yes, a product brought us together, but man, these friendships are lifelong.
It's deep. And I will throw that in. I love what you said. And in the 3 months, it's been 3 months. And I sat there, I would have never thought I'd have been on 2 amazing retreats with two amazing women that had the most growth, that I'm at a loss of words because I'm still absorbing, and it was such growth for me and such an experience that I'm speechless still.
I love it. And you're just getting
3
started.
months.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to go for these retreats. I'm like, there is no way. I just came in June. There's no way. Like, why try? It's a waste of time. I'll go for the next one. But because of the energy and because of the tribe, I'm like, and all the cheerleaders that you have along the way, I'm like, instead of why do it, I finally said, why not? Exactly. And it's like, you know what? The worst that can happen is I won't get it, but the best that can happen is I will. And to think that I earned not 1, but 2 retreats that I thought were impossible. And it was a deep moment for me, because it's like, how many things in life have I said, oh, it's too late in the game. I should focus my energy on something else. How much have I lost out on life with that mindset? But how much more can I gain with the new mindset I have going forward? That was a deep soul searching moment for me when that hit me. So.
Yeah. And you're just getting started. You're just getting started. So I can't wait to see what happens next for you. Okay, Shantae, I know you're being so patient over there. I don't know if you're at the salon. I don't know if you're at home. It doesn't matter. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Oh, you're in the salon and it's beautiful there. It's wow, total transformation since I've seen it last. Anyway, I want to know what was your favorite? Like, what was your favorite part of the retreat? What did you love the most?
Well, honestly, I'm right there with the girls. I loved that. They actually lost me one morning. I snuck out early just to sit by the water by myself. I walked the whole neighborhood by myself. It was just comfortable. It was comfortable being in a different atmosphere. You felt safe. You had water on both sides, but different viewpoints. I kept saying I felt like Dory in the ocean. Like, I'm scattered most of the time, like just taking it all in, but happy along the way, like still smiling, if that makes sense. But I have to say there was a couple different things that really stuck out. The selfie station was fun. That was a hiccup that we made the best of. And I am telling you what, we laughed so hard. Having an hour to just be ridiculous was just hilarious and fun. And I'm not gonna lie, the original plan was a boat. So you know me and boats. So
it probably worked out better for you.
It worked out. But I mean, I had medicine, so I would have been fine, but it's fine. But I think what really hit me hard during the retreat was the circle time on the beach. Going out there, the 3 different nights, Tammy gave us a little jar to put sand in. We filled it 3 different times. We made circles on the beach. The first night was basically, saying thank you for getting us here, like getting those blessings out that we have made it to this point and we deserve to be at this point. And then the second night, just putting it all out there that, what do you want? And then the third night was basically, understanding that we can dream the impossible and go for it. There's nothing stopping us. And like, Valerie just said, everything is here in our universe. We just got to figure out how to get it there. So it was a lot of self-reflection. I didn't expect all the tears, the belly laughs, and you expect the belly laughs, but you don't expect the tears to come out of like nowhere, because it does get very emotional when you're looking at those aspects of your life and you just don't think about them on different levels. And it was a very self-reflecting weekend. So it was way different from the other leadership retreat that we had. Well, I mean, I earned Arizona and I'm still bummed I didn't get to go, but I'm right there with you for the Florida.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it feels like watching it.
I do.
And
I know.
But
I
like,
know.
so for like each of you, obviously everyone won't be able to see on the recording, but I can see each of you. When you came home, did you feel like a weight had been lifted? Like you could take a deep breath after all of that?
I just felt so comfortable there. Like I felt like, I don't know. I did feel like very like light-weighted when I came home.
Yeah, good. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I love hearing what was your favorite part, because there's so many parts and everyone has a different opinion. So I figured I'd get to hear a little bit about what everyone loved. So I'm going to go on to the next question so that we have time for everyone to answer. And so I'm going to go back to Natasha. I know you love the sunset, and I'm sure you love the tribe, because our tribe is awesome. So let's be honest. But what did you learn on this retreat? I know you guys did a lot of self-reflection, but did you, and if you did, what did you learn that's going to help your business moving forward? And I guess it could even be a personal reflection, or, I mean, what did you learn at this leadership retreat for your business that is going to help your business moving forward?
Okay, so I'll try to go fast. I know we're on limited time.
You're totally fine. You're fine.
Well, I feel like the community is obviously something huge for me. Growing up, I didn't have like a lot of girlfriends, so I love that. I also said the beach thing because I was like, I don't want to say all the other fun things that we did because everybody else is going to use those. But anyways, that's beside the point. For me, so we learned reels, which is a big thing for me because I didn't realize that like you're essentially like you can copy the audio and just like do the thing. And I didn't know that, which is like huge. I'm still not very good at them, but I learned how to do them. I also was just reminded of even Lindsay doing the do every single day. And I think that that's big when you see someone who is a millionaire, and you hear people say, well, I've got no one interested in thriving with me, yada, yada. But how often are you actually doing the do, right? Because you have to do the do to get the get. And I'll never forget that Lindsay said that, and I always repeat it. But on a personal level, I realized that I don't want to work. Like, I want to eventually quit my job, and I want my husband to not be stressed out all the time. And either he will find a new job or we just won't have to work for a corporation. So that was big for me because I've always been like, you have to have a job, you have to have a 401k, like this is the way it has to be, but it's not the way it has to be. So I just have to find a way to use what's here to get the dream. So.
Well, I know you can do that. And I love that you learned that from Lindsay, because being around her is amazing. She just works. Even though she's on a trip, she's still working. But when I first met her in real life for the first time, she talked about how she quit her job and this was her full-time job. And that wasn't not my passion, but that wasn't my goal when I started this. But when you see someone actually living it, it's like, man, I actually think I would like that. I actually think I do want to quit my job. I actually think I do want to do this full time, because it's a reality. It's not a pipe dream. It's not something that's never going to happen. It's an actual reality here. And we all, each and every one of us, have this opportunity. And I love that that is your goal, because, knowing what your goals are half the battle. You'll never get there if you don't know what they are. So the fact that you've named that goal is huge. Just, as your leader, watching you grow, like that is huge. So I'm so glad that you learned that. And girl, let's do it. Like, let's get you there. Let's do it. I don't want you to work either. I want you to come back to Arizona and go hiking with me. Valerie, I'm going to get her a hiker's kit. I saw this thing that was like a hiker's companion in case anyone gets injured. And I'm going to get that just to have with her for the next time, because, got to make sure everyone's safe. I'm glad she came home in one piece this time. Okay, so Sarah, I'm gonna ask you next. Like, what did you learn on the retreat that actually, the self-growth is amazing, but did you learn anything that's gonna help your business moving forward?
So one of the things we did was we did some role playing and paired off in teams to go through different objections, to go through VIP 800 and 1600, and also the Refer Pro 2 program, which I thought was great because a lot of times, like, we think we know how to address these. And in past retreats, we've kind of talked to them in a big setting, but it was nice to have that one-on-one and have somebody. And I was actually paired up with Lindsay, who was not giving me any room for slacking off. It was well, no, I'm going to be difficult. You're going to answer me here. So if that's something that you've never done, like, reach out to any of us. Any of us would be happy to do it. Or I'm sure your upline would help too. But it was an amazing experience to kind of do it one-on-one to give us more confidence in those conversations. From a more personal side for my business, it really was just a great reminder and kind of a gut check that I am worthy and that I deserve this, and that I can do anything I set my mind to. And that if I want to run with this, that the right people will hear me at the right time. And I just need to keep showing up every day and I will find them.
Yeah, and you're already doing that. I mean, even before the retreat, I see you putting yourself out there, being consistent, showing up. But maybe that one thing you needed was just that weekend of just realizing that you are worthy, because you are. You 100% are worthy. So I hope that after that weekend and really believing that, that's what's going to attract the right people to you. And they can go back and look at all the things you've already shared and already posted, because this isn't new. Your consistency has been on point, hence how you got to the retreat in the first place. For each of you, that's how you got there. So now you're attracting the right people, and that is going to help your business moving forward. So I love that. All right, Valerie, what did you learn? What did you learn over your retreat that's going to help your business?
I learned that you really need to raise your vibration. What you're talking about, the energy, the things you attract. I need to be whole If you're not whole spiritually, physically, mentally, then your business isn't going to be either. So I love to travel. I started this because I wanted to travel, and I was just like, why not? I didn't have thoughts of quitting my job at the time, but like Natasha, I do want to quit my job. I have talked big dreams with you, Sam, and with Lindsay, and with the whole group as a whole, things I want to do in the community to give back. So another thing I learned as far as helping your business, when you're doing things for the right reason and you surround yourself with the right people and you have yourself right, your business will be healthy as well. I'll be able to make the big dreams I want to do to help the community, to help the underdog. It's all going to happen. And having that mindset, speaking things into existence, you know, and if you're coming in and you're thinking the problems, you're already focused on that instead of thinking the solutions. So you've got to visualize what you want and go for it. So that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to live by example. I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to keep thriving. I'm going to show people how amazing, how life-changing it's been for me in 3 months. 3 months. Consistency, showing up every day, because I know people are out there doubting, like, okay, this girl is nuts. It's been 3 months. We'll see if she falls off next month or whatever. And I'm not going to. I've been, I mean, my tribe has been thriving. Some of them, all of them longer than me, some of them 6 years plus. So it works. It's great. And I can just show and lead by example. And I'll be able to grow my business and help others along the way so that they can have an experience like we all experience. And that just makes the world a better place. If you can help one person, it's a domino effect. So right now, my mindset is just getting out there, helping others, helping myself, and growing a solid foundation. And then from there, it will go the way it's supposed to. It will grow deep and wide and big and all the things that we want to do. So, but you got to show up every day.
Yep. I love that. And I love how you mentioned that even traveling, like, even though that was your passion, you didn't even realize how real that was. And man, did you attract that so quickly. Like, you named that and you claimed that. You just were like, I'm getting it. Period. End of story. And you did. And that is just, you guys, I love hearing all of this. I know I wasn't there, but my cup is full just watching you. Like, I'm such a proud leader. Like, I don't want to say like a proud mom, because I don't want to be a mom figure. I want to be one of you. I don't want to be your mom. I want to be sitting in the circle. But I feel like I was there with you guys, just really sharing your hearts with me. So I really appreciate that. And so Shantae, I'm going to ask you, I think you've been here longer than Valerie and Sarah and Natasha, right? Like, you've been here, of the 4 of you that got to go, I think you were there the most time on our team, right?
I've been thriving for just over 3 years.
Isn't that crazy?
But Tuesday, the 21st, was my husband's birthday, which means that was when we got our passports last year.
That is amazing. So we heard about Valerie being new, but you've been here a little bit longer. So what her perspective is and what she learned for her business is going to be different than yours. So, you already knew a lot of things like VIPs, 800 and things like that. So what did you learn for your business?
I do think that the role playing was very beneficial, because I do get tongue tied with the VIP 800 and 1600. I don't know why. I just feel like it just does not roll off to my tongue, and I don't get confident enough in that. So role playing was very good for me. And I was actually paired with Sandra, so you can imagine how fun that was. I learned some different aspects as far as like wording for things. Some of the things were like vanishing auto ships. I never looked at the word. I've looked at the word, but I didn't know how to display the word. So when you hear vanishing auto ships, and we all know what that means, but using it for our customer, it puts a different vibe into them than an auto ship. So I thought that was kind of interesting with just being the wordplay. I also got some tips off of Lindsay told us at one of her retreats that when her one leader signs out thank you cards, she puts in there what what her commission from their order did for her family. And I thought that was really cool. Like it could pay for my son's homecoming this weekend, or football fundraiser, or whatever, feed the team, whatever. Like I thought that was a really cool thing to add into your thank you cards. And then I didn't understand the Wi-Fi wealth. So when Lindsay broke that all down for me, I thought it was just a group for us as promoters. I didn't realize that was for potential anybody looking for business. So I have been utilizing that this whole week. So that was a really cool thing for me. And then a lot of things was simplifying. I feel like I get overwhelmed at times, and I feel like most people probably do too. So simplifying it down, like you have an amazing Dreamcatchers Facebook page. Tammy has an amazing dream team page. I don't necessarily have to work mine because I have a chat group, and that's okay because we're all in different areas. And I guess I always thought that I needed to follow this checklist of things, and that's not always the case. And it's okay to do it other ways. It just, you have to find what works best for you. And I think that I needed that reassurance, or that permission, maybe. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. Yeah, like a validation that it's okay that I do things the way that I do it, because obviously it's working for me, maybe not in the speed that I think it should work, but it's working. So I just need to have grace, I guess, for that. And I thought that was some of the things that I took away for me personally to grow.
I think looking just as your leader and being a part of your group chat, I think it works phenomenal. And I love that that's your vibe and that's what works best for you, because you're exactly right. What works for me and what works for you may not be the same, but that's okay. You can go and watch a YouTube of any top leader and listen to what they're doing. And you might think, oh my gosh, I'm doing everything wrong because she's successful and she does this and that, and I'm not doing that. And it's easy to compare and justify why your business isn't successful because you're not doing it the way she's doing it. But in reality, nobody is sharing their tips and tricks expecting you to be just like them. We share our tips and tricks just to share what works for us in case it might work for you. And that is what leadership is all about. So I love that you have something different that works for you. I love that your team chat is what works for you, because that's what works for you. And one day, if you want to make it different or whatnot, you always can. Nobody's stuck here doing something one way. We can always change it up. I love to hear Lindsay's comment. I love that. You can be the mama bear. I don't want to be the mama bear. I want to be one of the kids. I want to be your kid, Lindsay. So anyway, you guys, you all seriously make me so proud. I am just humbled and blessed to just get to be a part of this. I feel like, just like what Valerie said about raising the vibration, like what we're doing tonight, hosting this and sharing our hearts, that's raising our vibration. I know my cup is overflowing with joy. I am just seriously, I'm just super proud. And I love you guys. I'm trying not to cry. I love you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time to share this. I have it recorded, so you can share with your teams. I'm going to post this in Dreamcatchers so that the rest of the team can hear and see what it's like to go on a retreat, because we all see the highlight reel. We see the perfectly edited pictures with the perfect words, and unless you got to see the story when it was live, but they expire, so that real time.
I have the bloopers.
Yeah, all we have is, the perfect post, but it's so much more than that. It's so much deeper than the thoughtfulness you put into the words that you say when you're in the moment and you're having a circle on the beach and you're sharing your heart and you're raising your vibration. And that's what we're doing here. So thank you guys for being dream catchers, and really chasing those dreams. I cannot wait to see what's next for you guys. And I really want you all to be with me on the next lifestyle getaway that will be in February. And that is a very realistic goal for all of us. So let's seriously make that happen. So my timer says we've got 5 minutes left. Is there anything anybody wants to say, or any final thoughts from anybody? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you do. If not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I am just
I'm just gonna say that it was so fun and very spontaneous that we all got tattoos. Just throwing that out there. Never would have expected that, but it was fun, and I didn't even give 2 seconds and second guess anything. We just did it, and we had the best time.
Why not?
So,
I
why
just
not?
feel like that is, I mean, the thriver mentality, to be honest. Like,
Right?
what if you don't get a tattoo? Okay, what if you do? What if you do and what if you don't? Like, live your life, right? Like, and
Yeah.
live your best life. And yeah, no regrets. I am totally gonna copy y'all and get my own tattoo now that you guys all have one, and I'm jealous. Who
Well-
got the cursive one?
Oh, Olivia.
I'm gonna copy Olivia. I like her style because I already got some cursive ones and I have to copy her. But that was so cute. So thank you guys for doing this with me. I'm just so happy to hear about your trip, and the next one's going to be even more phenomenal than the last 3 that we've had. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go enjoy our anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Bye.
Guys, bye.